This was described as a potential terror attack. Had this exploded, this could have caused a mass casualty event. Don't the public deserve to know about this?
Absolutely they do. And now that the police are talking about there being an organisation behind these attacks, that they are coordinated, let's go back to stage one of what happened. After the massacre of October 7, the hideous beheadings, rapes, atrocities on human beings, what we saw was, before Israel took any action at all, we saw that dreadful demonstration at the Opera House. Now, nothing was done, but it happened all over the world. It didn't happen by accident, or did it? Was there some organisation that made it spring up to try and seize the ground and turn themselves into victims? And if that's the case, is there a broader network of people who perhaps are using that caravan as a storage depot to which other people can be told to go and they can collect explosives, or they can find lists or anything else they need to carry out an anti-Semitic act? Now, it can be something that's going to escalate and get worse until we do see indeed deaths. So I found that conference with the police quite confusing. I think confusing is the word, because on the one hand, the press was being, well, the Telegraph specifically, was being blamed for making these facts known when people ought to be scared. You've got the Treasurer who picks up the vibe that's going around, obviously around the federal cabinet, which says, well, we don't really believe that these people are really threatened so much, which is what those words meant to me. And then you've got the police saying, well, we think there are a group of people, criminals, who are actually doing it. So I think there is so much more to know. I think there needs to be a coming clean a moment, because I don't think we're getting the full story at the moment.
No. Matt Canavan, what do you think? I've just revealed tonight the two addresses that were in the caravan filled with explosives, enough reportedly for a 40-metre blast wave. The Great Synagogue and the Sydney Jewish Museum, that's the Holocaust Museum. You know, how has it got to this point? Do you agree that this is due to a lack of action and leadership and tough enforcement from the very start?
Well, look, first of all, it's just so shocking to see this happen in our country, which has always been so harmonious and peaceful, or generally so. And it must be even worse for those in the Jewish community. So the main thoughts are with them, and hopefully they know that I think the vast majority of Australians, I know the vast majority of Australians are with them, and we'll do everything we can to protect them. Look, in terms of the reasons for this, look, it can't be sheeted home to one person, of course, especially if there are foreigners behind this, foreign actors behind this. That's very concerning. We don't know that for sure, of course, but we must be always mindful here that there may be people off our shores wishing us ill, not just from the potential risks of a terrorist attack, but also the chilling effects on community harmony and cohesion of the threat of one, and the uncertainty created by it. So we need to be very careful about making sure that we do unite as Australians and remember what we value and what brings us together. And look, certainly the Prime Minister's lack of leadership has not helped matters. He has not brought the country together through these difficult times. So I'm not going to sit here and say the Prime Minister's directly to blame for these things. Of course he's not doing these things, but not showing the kind of leadership he should as a Prime Minister has not helped matters, and it certainly doesn't help us combat these allegedly potentially foreign actors willing to divide Australians.
Well, I don't think they are foreign actors, because New South Wales Police went on radio today and they said there was no evidence that there was foreign actors. That's New South Wales Police on record, on the radio, saying they didn't know what the Prime Minister was referring to, and maybe it was something else.
The AFP has put out a statement, though, saying that they suspect that it may be, and as I said, there's an uncertainty about it, but it's definitely possible.
Well, I've reported that they have no tangible evidence at all. They might get the evidence, it might turn out to be, but at this point in time, and I've got very good police sources, there is no tangible evidence for foreign actors at all.